Okay, this video is about using PaintShop Pro, and I'm in version 16 to modify an image to use later in machine embroidery. So the first thing I did is I opened up the original picture, and I have to say here that you are better off using an original picture that has a high quality, taken with an iPhone or a good camera, not something that's just saved off of Facebook that might be low quality. So first thing I'm going to do, I don't need the whole picture. I'm just going to do the dog. So I'm going to go over to the crop tool. And I'm just going to move the crop box. And I'm going to bring it down and crop out what I don't want from the video or from the picture. And that's it right there. Now, I can use my scroll button on my mouse to enlarge or decrease. And I can also use the zoom tools up in the top toolbar. And I don't want the jeans and some of the stuff that's in the picture. So what I do is I go over and I check out what tools I do have. So I have the clone, which I use quite frequently. And I also use a blur tool. Actually, it's a smudge tool. And I can take that tool and left click and smudge things. So that's how I often remove the background. And it's going to smudge from where you left click and drag. Left click, drag. If you go too far in, it's going to take part of the dog's fur. So Control Z or reset up here is going to take care of that. So that's the first thing that I do. So I get rid of all this. And again, I am using the smudge. So you get the idea. Now, on top of that, I quite often will use a clone brush. So I go up here and click clone, and it will tell you to right click over the area that you want to clone. So there's my right click, and now I'm going to left click and just start adding that section. Again, it's going to clone wherever the X is. So you can see that the X is in the cream colored. If I move it up here and right click, it's going to use that the section of hay there. So all I do is just keep clicking. See there, I grabbed the wrong thing. I'm going to go backwards. So, and again, I'm going to go and grab the clone by right clicking and then left click down here. Do some more right clicking, and that's going to get rid of that background. I'm not going to do the whole thing here, but you get the idea. And then later on, I will take my brush size and I'll turn it up a little bit higher, and I'll take parts of this and add. Until I get things the way I want. And you can even, once you've added some of that darker color back in, go into that smudge and do some smudging. It takes some practice, but once you get the hang of using the crop and the smudge tool, you can get rid of a lot of the background noise. Okay, so that is how I alter the background with the PaintShop Pro for now.